Hello, this is Dr. Alan Yim. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find closely related keys starting from a key of your choice. There are three methods of doing this. The first one is going to be using the interval of a fifth, the second one will be using key signatures, and the third one will be using diatonic chords. So we're going to start right now from a major key. So let's suppose I wanted to start from the key of F major. So this is method one, using perfect fifths. Okay, so P5. We start from F, and we're going to go up a perfect fifth from F. I'll put the keys that are closely related in circles. Okay, so up from F, a perfect fifth, is C. Down from F is B flat. These are the two keys, major keys, that are closely related. Now, what does closely related mean? If you don't remember, it means it differs by one accidental. So you know F has one flat, C has no flats, B flat has two flats. Okay, so why is this useful? Well, we're going to be modulating to keys that are closely related, so it's important to be able to find these so you know what keys are easy to modulate to using this method. Okay, now we have to find the minor keys that are possible. Well, we go to the relative minor, and in this case we're going to go down 3 half steps from F. I'll use a lowercase to indicate the relative minor, which is D, and then we're going to go up to the key of A minor and down again by a fifth to the key of G. Okay, so these are the closely related keys to F using a perfect fifth as sort of the starting point. I'll do this in minor just really quickly so you can see. Let's suppose we start in the key of E minor. We can go up a fifth from E, and that's going to be B minor. We can go down a fifth from E. This is going to be A minor. Whoops, and I should have put this in a square because this is our starting point. And then we're going to go over to the relative major. We're going to go up 3 half steps from E to G, the relative major, and then up a major fifth from G, and down a fifth. And there you go. Okay, so that's using a perfect fifth. Now, let's go on to key signatures. This is really similar. It's just a slightly different way of thinking. So you heard me say it already, actually. Let's suppose I started in the key of E flat this time. Alright, so what I'm going to think here is 3 flats, and up here I'm going to have the key signature for 4 flats, and down here I'm going to have the key signature for 2 flats. So this is really the definition of closely related, because you can see here very clearly we're adding a flat going up and subtracting one from where we're starting going down. So 4 flats is A flat, 2 flats is B flat. Then we go over here to the relative minor. Now that might be a little bit harder for you to think in terms of the accidentals in the key signature, so maybe it's not so great when you're going to minor keys. So up a minor third from E flat, well, sorry, see what I mean? Down a minor third from E flat to get the relative minor is C. Okay, 4 flats. Oh boy, if I had to think of 4 flats, what's the key signature for 4 flats? My mind might not be. See, I cannot think that way. I would just go up, maybe, and down. So, whoops. Okay, so 4 flats would be F, and then 3 flats would be, of course, G. Alright, so we could also do that for the minor the same way we did it before. I won't take the time to do it right this second, but you could start from a minor key and then do the same thing, add a flat, subtract a flat. Probably in the minor it's going to be a little bit more challenging, so that might not be the best method for minors. Now let's look at diatonic. Diatonic is probably the most interesting method, but it's also maybe the one that you would probably use the least. Okay, in major, it's super easy because what you're going to do is start from the key that you want to, find out closely related. Let me put this in yellow. Let's suppose we want to start from the key, oh, I don't know, something different. How about D flat? Okay, to make it a little bit challenging. So I'm going to start with D flat, and I'm going to list all of the diatonic triads in major that are either a minor or major. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 7 I'm going to leave out because it's diminished, and obviously we don't have diminished scale, so we're not going to use that one. Now I'm going to list all of the notes in the scale and with their associated qualities. So D flat, E flat minor, F minor, G flat, A flat, and B flat minor. And that's it. You're done. Okay, so if you look at this, you could probably maybe just eyeball it and see the relationships here. But, when you do this, all of the keys are going to be there in major. Okay, so all of the ones that are closely related to the one we started on, which was D flat. Okay, so the ones follow. Those are all the closely related. And lastly, let's take a look at a minor. Minors are a little bit more confusing because you have to know what form of the minor to use. And I'll just tell you right now, the easy answer is use the natural minor. So why don't I do this in red? Okay, I'll do this in red because this one is easy to make a mistake. So I'll try it in E minor. Let's see what happens. E minor, and we're going to, again, to use the natural. So we're going to skip over 2 because that's a diminished. 3, 4. We're going to use the natural minor, so it's going to be 5, lowercase 6. And natural minor for this is 7. That's not the ones that we normally use when we're using writing a chord progression, because for 5 and 7 we raise the leading tone, and of course we have, we use harmonic minor for those, so we can have tonicize the one chord. Okay, now we're going to add. Now be careful that you skip over 2. So we're going to skip over F sharp, and the next one is going to be G. Whoops. Okay, so let's go here like this. G, A minor, B minor, C, and D. Okay, and there it is. So the part where you have to be really careful is that you don't accidentally start, go directly to 2. You have to skip over 2 because 2 is diminished. Alright, and that's it. Those are the 3 methods for finding closely related keys. Thanks for watching.